Good afternoon. My name is Jordan Souls, and for my persuasive speech, I wanted to do the legalization of marijuana. Um, what really got me to do this is I just wanted to pretty much find a persuasive speech that I felt was very interesting to me, and what I came up with was pretty much nobody. I asked some of my friends, and pretty much nobody knew why marijuana was illegal. So I pretty much wanted to do an opponent's assertion of why marijuana is illegal, and then I wanted to actually give the true facts about it. So pretty much I want to start off with a quote that I found. Basically, in 1988, the Drug Enforcement Administration, pretty much known as the DEA, their administrative law judge, her name is Frances Young, once called marijuana the safest therapeutically active substance known to man, which I found very interesting since she's the head of the department, the Drug Enforcement Department. So I wanted to pretty much use my persuasive speech to actually state what my opponent's assertion is on the legalization of marijuana and then combat it with my own findings. So basically, my opponent's assertion of why marijuana is illegal is because marijuana is a problem in our country because it is harmful, not because it is illegal. Pretty much, marijuana has great costs and consequences to all of us in society, not just the users. I found a research article by Donna E. Shalala in '95. The title was "Say No to Legalization of Marijuana," and she states that research continues to show that it damages short-term memory, distorts perception, impairs judgment, and complex motor skills, etc., etc. And also another big reason why marijuana is illegal is because they feel that marijuana users are more likely than non-marijuana users to use other illegal drugs. So these are pretty much the two main issues that go against the legalization of marijuana. And what I want to express to my audience is the fact that these two statements are false. So pretty much I want to go into the first reason my opponent is wrong, and I want to use the myth that under the influence of marijuana, people aren't able to think rationally and intelligently. Chronic marijuana use permanently causes permanent mental impairment. It also affects cognitive skills. And I found that to be false by an article written by C.D. Wetzel in 1982 entitled Remote Memory During Marijuana Intoxication. And what I found is that it stated that there is no convincing evidence that heavy long-term marijuana use permanently impairs memory or other cognitive functions. So basically, the big reason why marijuana is illegal is because it damages cognitive skills. But research, for what I found, was that long-term use of marijuana does not impair cognitive skills. So pretty much we explained that. So I want to get into the second reason that my opponent feels that marijuana is illegal. Pretty much the second main reason that people find that marijuana is illegal is because of the gateway drug theory. For those who don't know what the gateway drug theory is, it's pretty much the fact that if you use marijuana, you're pretty much likely to use other harder drugs to get a more harder high. And when I mean harder drugs, I pretty much mean cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, stuff like that. So that's pretty much a myth that just never died. It was just accepted by everyone in society. So I found an article written by Morale, McAfee, and Paddock, respectively. And the title, the title to the research article is called "Reassessing the Marijuana Gateway Drug Theory." And, what it says is that the associations can result from known differences in the ages at which youths have opportunity to use marijuana and hard drugs, and known variations in individuals' willingness to try any drug. So what that basically means is that the main reason that marijuana is a gateway drug or is legal, pretty much the reason why marijuana is illegal is because of the gateway theory and its effects on the brain. But research shows that it has no ill effects on the brain and cognitive skills, and that pretty much the gateway theory is pretty much dependent on the person using it. Basically meaning that everybody is not going to take to using marijuana the same. Some people can smoke and, not use it ever again. Some people can smoke it, get addicted to it, and want to find a newer high or something like that, and try harder drugs. But it's really dependent on the person using it. So since everybody's an individual, everybody reacts to it differently. So pretty much that was the two main reasons why marijuana is illegal from what I found in my research. And pretty much for my conclusion, I just pretty much stated that there are many people out there that are against marijuana without knowing the full potential of it. Pretty much there are many benefits that legalization of marijuana can provide. One is for medical treatment. I found that people that are suffering from AIDS and undergoing chemotherapy use marijuana, medicinal marijuana, to help with their eating habits, to help them eat more, to help them, stop pain. When you get chemotherapy, you usually go through a lot of pain, and pretty much smoking marijuana helps relieve that. And also what I found was that they use it for also tax revenue. It was kind of interesting because I found that if, the police departments and other law enforcement would stop using their task force to go out for marijuana and use it for other hard drugs, like the drugs that I described in gateway theory, like cocaine, ecstasy, heroin, they'll save a lot of money that they could use to help, get the real people involved and help capture the real criminals that are selling the real hard drugs, the drugs that are very damaging to the body. So I pretty much just feel that marijuana is just taking a bad rap, and that pretty much we just need to find a way to make it legal, because it'll just have nothing but benefits. Nobody's ever died off marijuana. It's just, I just don't feel why it's still legal in other places. In places like Amsterdam is not. In other places not. So that's pretty much my persuasive speech on it, and I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you again. My name is Jordan Souls. Thank you.